Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Zwift Play just arrived. I didn't check out any YouTube videos yet, don't know anything about it. I'm going to tell you why I bought it and give you my first impressions on what we think of it. So stay tuned, here we go. Alright folks, the reason why I bought Zwift Play is right there. A whole bunch of, I'm a Zwifter, so I'm all into getting these Zwift badges up here. A whole bunch more popped up on the screen and read up on them. These ones I think are for future games, but read up on this one how to get Repack Rush, and in order to get Repack Rush you have to buy Zwift Play, and didn't know anything about it, so I just read up quickly on Zwift, and it's almost like a video game that you got to steer through a course with handlebars. So that is the reason why I purchased it, to literally try to get this badge. So it was 100 bucks. They also said in one of the Zwift articles that I read that price could go up, so I wanted to hurry up and purchase it now, and they could be this could be the start of future, I don't know, Zwift games using controllers as you ride your bike. So figured, what the heck, let's go ahead and buy it, do a review for you. So all right, let's get started here. Here's what it looks like coming out of the box. I'm curious why it must have batteries in it already. So I'm curious on that. This looks like the power charger cord, and hopefully you could charge both of them at the same time. It looks like it's like a double-headed power cord on there. Let's just see where it would plug in at. Alright, there's where you would charge it. Alright, I just read the directions, so if they are flashing green like they are there, that means that they are charging. And if they're solid green, that means they are charged. If they're orange, that means low battery, and red means some type of error. And blue is once they're charged and you're ready to connect. Yellow means updating. So we're going to charge them for a little bit before we test it out here. Alright, we're flashing blue, ready to go. Alright, as suspected, it was not designed for a tri-bike. So this is the best that I could get it on my tri-bars. I don't know if you have to push these buttons to steer through the course or what it is. We'll test that here in a bit, but that's the best you could do to put on a tri-bike. So you'd have to have your arms on there and sort of get your fingers up like that. It does fit fairly well for a road bike. I had to push it down a little bit on the handlebars because it would interfere with the gear shifting right there. But all right, it is 4:07 as I am screen mirroring my iPhone to the TV. So what I'm going to do is go into the Zwift companion app, and we're going to go down to events, and what we're going to do is hunt for the next Repack Rush event. Ooh, not till 6 o'clock. Alright, I'm just going to sign up for one of them. So we're signed up. I'm going to have to wait an hour or two here before we're able to actually go through the game. One thing I want to check is we're going to, just to make sure the connection is okay. So I'm going to back out and open up Zwift and see if the controllers connect to Zwift. The control button right there, but before we get started, let me make sure we have it turned on. So I assume we're going to push the button, blue there, push the button on that side, blue there, and let's hit the control button and see if it picks them up. There we go, we got a Zwift Play right and left. It is flashing back and forth there. I don't know what that's all about. I guess connectivity isn't the best, but hopefully it works. So click the top one, click the bottom one. Got both checked. Still says it's searching. I assume we're good. I'm gonna hit the close button, see what happens. It still says connecting, so something's up there. All right, that's not good, folks. It should, my expectations is it picks it up right away. I mean, I'm literally, the phone is right next to the controllers, so don't know what's up here. All right, it looks like it's connected, but it's disappointing if it takes a minute to connect. Looks like it was connecting and disconnecting, so all right, let me hit the let's go button now. All right, we got a new screen that came up. Welcome to Zwift Play. Next level riding is just a few quick steps away. Select Get Started to learn more about your controllers. Navigate with ease. All right, so it's saying push these buttons to navigate. Press A to select, B to go back, tilt the paddle on the right controller, ZR onward to steer. Okay. This controller right here is how you move back and forth. This little knob here is flexible and you can move back and forth, and there's one on each one. So that's how you're going to steer back and forth on the course. All right, this is interesting. As I was closing out the tutorial, actually got stuck on it. It says Repack Rush right there. So maybe you don't have to do an event to do Repack Rush. Let's test it out. All right, hey, it looks like we got into it without having to do the event mode. So it's going to save me an hour or two here. We're waiting. Here's my first impressions. I didn't get the badge, so maybe you have to do the event to get the badge. So we'll come back down at 6 o'clock and try it again. It was difficult, so in order to steer that way, you have to hit on the right side, and in order to steer this way, you have to hit the button on this side. So it's very difficult to get used to. We'll take some practice if you want to do like a race and race somebody. And then there were some kickers they have to go up, so you'd have to literally, you'd have to let go of you got to do three things at once. You got to let go of the handlebars and actually shift, but steer at the same time, so it's tough. So you got to hit that button, and hit shift at the same time, so it is pretty difficult. I wasn't expecting the game portion of it. I was expecting like a mountain bike ride where you gotta go through. So it was pretty neat that you get points and stuff like that. It's like a video game. So then you maybe saw there at the end, I could have either done the game again or do a free ride. So I hit free ride, and that's where I'm able to just go through the course and steer without any of the video game stuff. All right, I don't know if you're able to see that or not, but it actually said achievement unlocked Repack Rush as I was closing up the system. So maybe I don't have to do the event. We're gonna take a look at the screen here and see if I actually got the badge, even though it didn't flash on the screen. We actually got the Repack Rush badge without having to do the event. So just the badge doesn't fly across the screen whenever you hit the finish line. All right, let's capture my final thoughts on Zwift Play. So starting out with connectivity, it took like a minute the first time I connected. I just did it again and I was able to connect in, say, 15 seconds. So let's assume that the connectivity is not going to be an issue. If you have the Zwift Play controllers off, you cannot do the Repack Rush event. It won't show up on the screen, so you need to have the Zwift buttons on before you log in and connect, and then you're able to go to the Repack Rush course at any time. You don't have to use the events. So I'll have to tinker around. So as of right now, it doesn't look too good to putting these things on a tri-bike. They're made for a road bike. I'll tinker around. I think this is probably the way of the future for Zwift. I think they have some type of event coming up for the month of March, and maybe it's going to require these Zwift Play things. So I don't know, you may have to get into it. I don't know. So I'm mixed feelings. $100. If you want to get the Repack Rush badge, you have no choice. You got to buy them to get, and it's again $100 in order to get the badge. I think Zwift is going to force you. They're going to push more games out, more tours or whatever, and force you to use the Zwift Play buttons in order to generate money and force you to buy them. So kind of, I don't know, something different, kind of neat. So stay tuned in my weekly triathlon videos. I'll let you know, give you some updates on what I think. I'll play a couple more games here and see what it is. I think it would be neat maybe if you ran through some or rode through some mountain bike courses. That may be kind of neat, steering back and forth. So we'll see. So far so good. Stay tuned. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. If you got this far, hit the like button for me. Have a good one.